Some programs allow you to directly apply from a bachelor's to a master, a PhD directly. So ideally, a lot of people think that you should have a bachelor's, and then if you're applying, you look for a master's degree. Also, if you're applying from Ghana, we know in Ghana you can apply to programs like MPhil or Master of Philosophy. If your target is the US or mostly Canada, you're looking for a Master of Science or a Master of Arts or sometimes Master of Public Administration and all that. Do not go to a university's website looking for an MPhil program because there's nothing like that. Our guest today was having a bachelor's degree from Ghana and then directly applied to a PhD, not a master's degree. How was he able to do it? Which university did he apply to? How did he manage to get a scholarship? How long did the entire process take? And also, how much did it cost to go through this whole process of applying to a university, getting a scholarship, going through the visa process, and all that? That is what that's the reason for setting up this podcast. It's called the Study Abroad Podcast, and we come your way this and every Saturday. It's simple. You want to study abroad. Fortunately, people have already studied abroad. People have gotten the scholarships. People have are already studying in the universities you want to study in. So what we do is to bring them on so that they share their experience, their journey, how they were able to go through the study abroad process successfully. What were some of the impediments, the challenges they faced? What would they tell you who want to go through the process? If people have been to where you want to go to, it's easy if you ask them so that you don't go through the same challenges they went through. Our guest today is joining us from where people call Master Jesus. It's called Massachusetts. All right. And then my co-host is Ben. Ben will be joining us from the UK as always. Clement, if you can unmute your microphone. And Ben, how is it going in the UK? How are you doing, sir? Your microphone is muted, so you have to unmute it before you start talking. Um, Ben, how are you doing?
Yeah, Fred, so far so good. Everything is fine. We are having a normal weather today, so UK is very calm. So we give thanks to God for such a beautiful day. Thank you.
Awesome. Clement, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Moving straight to you applied directly from a bachelor's degree to a master to a PhD. How did you get to know that with your bachelor's degree you can apply for a direct PhD, and why not start from a master's degree?
Okay, I would say I met some friends when we were on a research journey at
Yeah.
Accra in Nigeria. I met some two guys, one from Texas and then another from Massachusetts.
Okay.
So and then one was an alumni of where I completed, that is Winneba. So he's called Joseph, and then he told me that he asked me if I have applied to schools, and I said yes. I did that last year, but it didn't work out. So he said it's possible that I can move from bachelor's to PhD. Am I aware of that? I said, no. I've heard of it, but for economics, it's not easy that you can move from just bachelor's to PhD. So I doubt. And he said, oh, it is possible, so I should try. That is what he told me. So he is the source of inspiration that has led me to this journey so far. Yeah.
Yes, shout out to him. What is his name again?
Joseph Amwa.
Okay, shout out to Joseph Amwa. Normally, some of these information. Yeah, go ahead.
And there's this other person too. He's called Bello. He's a Nigerian.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Bello.
Yeah,
Normally,
Bello.
some of this information we need some people to tell us. So if you're watching us and you have a bachelor's degree, it is possible that instead of applying for a master's, you target a PhD. And mostly the PhD programs have good scholarships or funding compared to some of the master's degree programs. So based on your experience, you said you have a bachelor, based on what you said, you have a bachelor's in economics from University of Education, Winneba. Do you have to get a certain class to be able to move directly from a bachelor's to a PhD? Or, even if you have a third class upper, you can do it?
Yeah, ideally, to move from bachelor's to PhD, you need to get a first class.
Oh, okay.
Ideally.
Okay.
Yeah. ideally, because your transcript counts. I mean, as the conversation goes on, I will explain to you how I was able to get it. And I think it's basically about my transcript. Because that is where I started from. So I don't know if you want me to continue to discuss about it, or as time goes on, we will talk about those things.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about it. If you're just tuning in, we are talking to Clement. Clement has had a bachelor's degree in economics and directly applied to a PhD. He was admitted, got admission, got a scholarship. He's here to share with us his journey and his experience. Please like, comment, and share. If you have questions, type them in the comment section. If you also want to study abroad, what questions do you have? We'll be asking Clement too, and then he'll be answering all of them. Now, a quick introduction. We didn't start with that. For people seeing your handsome face for the first time, kindly introduce yourself. Because sometimes when we see people that look like us, that has been able to achieve something, it gives us that belief that we can also do it. So for your friends back home and everybody watching, kindly introduce yourself.
All right. My name is Clement Ansa. Um, from let me say, basically, I was born in the eastern region, in a small town called Adolson, but I was raised in a town called Jasso in the Sansachim South Municipal. That was where I was raised, and then I had all my education over there, except my university education. That is where I moved to Winneba, and now I'm currently pursuing my PhD in economics at Clark University, which is located in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Oh, interesting. Thank you for letting us know, Answer. So before we continue with the conversation, I just want to pose this question for our audience to share their view on it. So we want to know, based on your program of choice, do you think it is possible to transition from bachelor's to PhD? So please let us hear from you from the comment box. Based on maybe you want to go and pursue engineer, do you think it is possible to transition straight away from bachelor's to PhD? As we continue with the interesting conversation with Answer. All right. Okay, Answer. So let's know, what program did you study in the university? Which university did you even attend in the first place in Ghana?
Okay. I attended University of Education, Winneba, and I studied Bachelor of Arts in Economics Education.
Oh,
In the
okay,
year
interesting.
I started in 2018 and then I completed in 2022.
Oh, okay, interesting. So when did the whole idea of studying abroad come in mind?
Okay. It started from one well-known guy called Kingsford Yogina. I think you guys might have heard of him. He has been posting videos on this study abroad journey. Back then, he was our teaching assistant. In I think I was in year 2, and then he introduced me to that. But then he had already gotten a scholarship, so he was about leaving, and I was in my second year, and he knew me that I was a good student. Okay, so he told me that, Clement, this and this and this and this is around. There is what we call study abroad journey, and where people go outside to study and other stuff. So I know you're a good student. So when you get to, or when you complete your university, you can try and then apply to schools. I've also gotten the scholarship as well, and maybe I'll be leaving very soon. So that was when I got to know about it. So when
Let's
I
let's
became the
give
president.
Kings Badonyina his flowers. The guy really deserves it. If you are new to this whole study abroad process, one of the gurus in this space is Kingsford Onyina. He's actually the person who inspired me to start my YouTube channel. So he has an amazing YouTube channel. If you don't know about it, and this is the first time, so go to YouTube, search for KINGSFORD Kingsford, and then you add Onyina to it, ONYINA. He's currently a PhD student in Carolina. He's doing PhD in economics as well. He's an amazing guy. He started from Eastern Illinois University in Charleston, Illinois, in the U.S., where he did a bachelor's in a master's in economics. And as you're talking about, he is originally from University of Education, Winneba. He's actually from high school in Sunyani Sahers, moved to Winneba, and now moved to master's in economics at University of Eastern Illinois University in Charleston. I had the opportunity to assist this gentleman. He's an amazing gentleman. So if you don't know about Kings Onyina, follow his YouTube channel, go to and search for Kings Onyina. All right. So let's continue with the story. So we need to give people their flowers when they push people to go through this process. He's an amazing gentleman. Please let's continue.
All right. So when I became the president in year 3, he helped me to organize let me say a seminar on a study abroad journey. So that is when we got to know more about what is going on in the outside world that we don't know, that people are taking advantage of it. So we organized the program, and then he together with Mark, I think I've forgotten the last name, but Mark, he came to present on some of the items that you need before you can apply, like the CV, how to write CV and other stuff. And then Kingsford presented on this study abroad journey, and he explained to us the ways and the things that we need, or what we will go through before we can apply to schools. So that is why I picked it up. And then right after I completed, I did my national service at the department. And then when I was about completing, I applied to some schools. I think 3 schools or 4 schools. That is, I think Western Michigan, Northern Illinois. I applied to Edinburgh, and then I think Wyoming. Yeah, but then for that period, I didn't get it. I had admission from the 3 schools, but with no funding. That is the year 2020.
So Clement, we will come to that point. Let's take it little by little.
All right.
It's like you're rushing, right? Is somebody waiting for you?
No, I'm cooling down. I'll cool down.
If in Ghana we will say you won't go chop fufu. Take it slowly for us.
I'm on him. All right. Okay. I got you.
Yeah, so hearing studying abroad for the first time, where you had these gurus meeting to talk about it, how did you feel? Initially, did you think it's possible for you to study abroad?
Yeah. Initially, that gingered me. I mean, that gave me the hope that if I try harder, I should be able to make it. Because I wanted to do it. So, I mean, I took the inspiration from that particular time, and then I worked on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it means that you personally, you had the passion.
Sure.
You had the passion, you have the zeal to study abroad. How much did you think that passion and interest affected the whole process?
You see, if you are passionate about something, you put in much effort because you really want to get the thing. So you have to do all the best you can just to make sure you get it. That is what passion is all about. So, I mean, getting that passion will ginger you to, do whatever it takes, or get whatever you want to just, get to wherever you want to go. So that is what's happened. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's look at it from this way. How many schools initially did you apply? And we want to know were you contemplating between applying for master's or PhD, or all your target was just to go and pursue PhD?
My target was to pursue masters. That was when I started applying. So I decided to pursue masters because I didn't have. Although I've heard that people can move from undergrad to PhD, but I saw myself as not a person who can move from that point to like PhD. So I decided to go through the normal process by having my master before I get to the PhD program. So the first time I applied to 4 schools, as I mentioned, I think UK, University of Edinburgh, I think you've heard of it, and then
Okay.
I applied to Wyoming, I applied to Northern Illinois, and then I applied to, I think, Western Michigan.
Okay.
These are the 4 schools I applied to.
So Western Michigan, Edinburgh University, that is in the United Kingdom. The Northern Illinois. Yeah, and then the last one.
Wyoming, University of Wyoming.
Okay, so please, you can be typing the universities Clement applied in the comment box so that those who have not heard it before can browse their website and see if they can apply to. Interesting. So when was the switch? When did you decide that, oh, okay, the masters are not working for me, so let me go straight to the PhD? And did you think it was a bold step for you to make? Because Obeka said masters cry when you're not PhD.
Yeah, it was a bold step. It was a bold step because when I didn't get the funding from the 3 schools that gave me admission. I didn't get admission from Wyoming, but I had admission from Edinburgh, Western Michigan, and then Northern Illinois. So, once we get admission, the funding comes later. But later on, they told me that there is a whole lot of stuff. So, in fact, I was down, but I motivated myself to the extent that I wanted to do with the next year. But I didn't have like any idea about, or I did not get any idea about applying to a PhD program. All my mindset was to apply to master programs in the next year. Until we engaged in the research activities with University of Texas, where I met Joseph, because he was an alumni, and then I didn't even know about him until I met him that time. And then he also said he encouraged me that I should, even if the master's is not working, I should try and then apply to a PhD program. It is possible, because I told him about my GPA, and then I showed him my transcript, and he said, "Oh, it is good. You did well, so you can apply." So that is where I had the mindset of applying to the PhD program.
That's an interesting one. So before starting the whole application process, like what did you do? Was it like everyone is saying, oh, let me go and study abroad, so because of that I'm going to study abroad? Is it something you did extraordinary that you want us to know before you started the whole process?
I don't think I did something extraordinary, but basically, it's first begin. I know if you have second class, upper, second lower, you can apply as well. But my biggest thing was because I did well and I had first class. So I was feeling like, oh, if I've been able to go through Uniba and get first class, why can't I also get to another university? So I can. So that is what.
So that was your source of motivation.
Yeah, that was my source of motivation. And then
interesting.
And also one thing from one source of motivation is from Kingsford too, because he left. Right,
he
left, and then he paved way for all of us to also follow, because he gave us the hope that people from, at first we were thinking that people from big schools in Ghana, like Legon and then Tech and UCC. I mean, they are people who qualifies to, study abroad. So we were like, oh. So once we heard that, oh, Kingsford is going to study abroad and those kind of stuff, we were like, oh, then it is possible for us to also follow the same way. So we did that. So he's also one of the people who gingered me or the biggest inspiration. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we thank God that you've mentioned that you had a first class and you were able to study abroad. But we want to know, why do you think we still have students who have first class, yet they are not able to study abroad? They've tried and they are not successful.
Yeah, especially when you said that your first try, it didn't work out. How do you say that I have a first class, but I applied and I didn't get in? It wouldn't even make sense to anyone. Why do you think that the first one you did didn't work out and you had to work on it a second time?
Okay. So after I applied, when I didn't get the funding, I wanted a review of myself. What went wrong?
Mm.
Because I had everything. I wrote the SOP and I did all those things. So I asked the graduate coordinator for Northern Illinois. And then what he told me was that he's sorry about that, but they have limited funding. Funding. Sorry for that, funding. So that is what he told me. But he didn't basically tell me the problem where it was, stemming from. But then when I was applying to the PhD, Joseph sent me a format of his SOP, how he was able to write the SOP, and then he explained to me the things that I need in the SOP. I've already learned about it. I know
Joseph,
there's always need
did Joseph
someone.
get first class? What was Joseph a first class student?
Yeah, he was also a first class student.
Okay.
But he went to China for his master's and then from China to US.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you think that actually, maybe it's the statement of purpose you wrote and then how you structured your initial application that didn't get you in. So did you still have, had help initially when you were applying the first application that didn't get you in?
Come again, please.
Yeah, I'm saying that did you still have the support of Joseph and the other brothers when you did your first application? We want to know the difference between what changed from the first application and like Ben is asking why some first class students still are not getting in. Because some people have good grades, yeah, you have the good CGPAs, but what is not working? Why is it not working out for them?
Yeah, I think the first one, I did everything by watching your videos and also videos from Kingsford. Yeah. But I didn't, consult anybody.
Oh, okay. You did it on your own.
I did it on my own. Okay. Because I was just Google searching, looking at samples and other stuff. And then I did it. Yeah. But the second one, that was when I met Joseph, and then he sent me his SOP to just look at it and then look at the structure. And then he explained to me what most PhD coordinator, because he was very close to some of the coordinators.
Right.
So what they really look out for in the SOP before they give you funding.
So do you think it's a necessity? Do people need mentors in this process?
Yeah, it's really, really necessary. Very, very important. Because if you don't have anybody who will coach you or guide you, who will review your work for you, you apply to thousands of schools for many years and it won't work out.
I see. If you're just tuning in, we are speaking with Clement. Clement is currently at Clark University. How do you mention it? Is it Clark? How do you mention it?
Yeah, Clark University.
Okay, and he's pursuing at Clark University.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm going to share. Normally, when people do not mention some of these universities, people do not know about it. Talk to us about Clark University. Where is it located? What are some of the programs that they have that people... Is it a private university? Is it a public university? Do they have funding for students? Would you recommend other people to apply to this university?
Yeah. Clark University is located in Worcester, Massachusetts, in the United States.
Mm-hmm. The people say Massachusetts.
Yeah. Tewa made it popular, I remember. Yeah, Master Jesus. Yeah. So that is Clark University. And then let me say they have a couple of programs. Yeah, there are a lot of programs they run. They have PhD programs, and then they have I think they have business programs too as well. And
Yeah.
then they offer psychology programs, and I think a little bit of ICT. Yeah, IT. I think they offer IT too. So I think if you Google search on them, Clark University, and then you move to the academics, you can look at their programs. I mean, they have bachelor's, master's, and then they have a PhD.
Okay, and you are pursuing the PhD in economics, and then you apply directly. Do Clark University require people to evaluate their transcript? Do they require, GRE, GMAT, and all that?
Ideally, it is optional. The GRE was optional.
Okay, so you didn't write?
Yeah, I didn't write GRE.
Okay, is there an application fee required? Is there an enrollment deposit? Talk to us about that.
Yeah, there is an application fee required, but there are some window that they open during some applications where they waive application fees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I applied very early, and then I emailed the coordinator about my situation and where I'm coming from. So he advised me and then gave me the time frame that I can apply for free. So I got to this program without paying an application fee.
Good. Clark University actually got you in. However, you applied to other universities. For the purposes of education and for our people to know other universities apart from just this Clark University, let's talk about the other universities you applied so we share with people, especially they are hearing about it the first time.
Yeah, the other universities I applied to, one I applied to University of Wyoming.
Let me show that. Let me show that university. So as you mentioned them, I'll be showing the name of the university or the website so that it makes it people. How do we spell the Wyoming?
I think WYOMING.
Yeah, when we get into this country, some of these pronunciations and spelling becomes easier for us. But when you're searching for things in Bole, it's different. Yeah, so it's easy when we show the website or spell it for people so that they can. Some people do not even know there's a name of a university like that. But by the way, Wyoming is one of the states in the U.S. and one of the biggest schools in the state is the University of Wyoming. They have good programs, they have good funding. I have a couple of friends in this university. So you applied to University of Wyoming. Which other university?
Northern Illinois.
Okay, so Northern Illinois, I also have, it's an amazing university. I have a couple of friends in Northern Illinois University. It's located in a small city. It's not really a small city. It's called DeKalb. DeKalb has a community college as well as Northern NIU over there. It's an amazing place. I love their colors of the website. So Northern Illinois University. Most of the universities are, based on where they are located. So Northern Illinois, if you don't know about Illinois, at least you might probably have heard about Chicago. That's one of the biggest cities in the U.S. and it's located in Illinois. But Chicago is actually not the capital. So Northern Illinois is located at the northern part of Illinois, and the city is called DeKalb. There is Southern Illinois University. I have a couple of friends. We have the Edwardsville campus and then the other campus as well. And then there is Western Illinois. There's Eastern Illinois. Eastern Illinois is where Kingsford, you mentioned his name, actually had his master's from. So Northern Illinois University, and for educational purposes, I'm intentionally mentioning the names of some of these universities. So if you are listening, you write them down and then you'll be searching for them. And this is my field, and so I'm able to explore some of these universities. I've visited their campuses and I'm able to talk about them. So I've been to Worcester, I've been to Anochi Room for African food and all that. So I've been to Worcester, so I went to Clark University and all that. Which other university, bro?
Western Michigan.
Western Michigan. Okay. So Western Michigan University. Interestingly, his brother got admission into Western Michigan, and then for some reason he ended up at Eastern Illinois University. So Western Michigan University, I'm trying to share their website. This is one-man production, so please be patient. Western Michigan University, this is their website. So WMU. Western Michigan University is located in Kalamazoo. I like the name, Kalamazoo in the state of Michigan. So this is the website as well. Which other university, bro?
I think, yeah, and then University of Edinburgh, that is in the UK.
Okay, University of Edinburgh. So that is in the UK. Okay, hopefully I got the name, the spellings of the name right. Okay, the University of Edinburgh. So Edinburgh is in the UK, and this is their website. You can check that out as well. Was that economics too that you applied to in this university?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
awesome. Awesome. Right. So with all these universities you apply to, one would ask, do they charge application fees? How were you able to afford to pay for application fee to all these universities?
Yeah. I mean, except Clark, I paid for application fee.
So the school that you did not pay application fee for actually got you in. So what do you think when people say that if the school is waiving application fee, oh, everybody will apply to it, I will not get in, or I will not get scholarship? What do you say to that?
No, that is not the case. I mean, it depends on the kind of material you put in, right?
So then you can tell me.
And then, I mean, it is normal. They do it. It is there. I mean, most of the schools, it gets to a time that they give a window where you can apply for free. So most schools usually, do it. So it doesn't matter whether it is free or not free. Yeah, that is it. Just apply and then make sure your documents are right. That is it.
Ben, your microphone is still muted.
So you interested in pursuing PhD at a go? Did you think of emailing professors before the application, or you were still over relying on your first class, so you thought everything would go on well for you, so you didn't consider contacting any professor?
Oh no. I mean, even for the first one, I contacted professors because it is part of the journey. You can't take it out. You can't take that out. That is the first thing you need to do. Because when I was starting this Clark University, ideally, my boss that I worked for during the service, he introduced me to Clark University back then, but I didn't apply because he didn't introduce me to the PhD program in economics, but rather he introduced me to a different program that they were giving scholarship. So I wasn't interested in the program, so I didn't apply. So when I was applying in the following year, I was just going through the Common App, and then I saw the school again. I said, oh, this school, my boss introduced me to it, so let me just apply. And then I did it. Yeah. So that is it.
Okay. So how could you maybe spend some few seconds to talk about your conversations with the professors so far as this process is concerned? How did you start? If you can maybe educate us some few seconds on this.
Yeah. So you go to the university's website, and then you look for the program you are interested in, and then you go through their faculty. Most of the US schools, they have their label as faculty, so you have to click on the faculty, and then you see the list over there. So they've indicated the various positions over there. So you just go through, and then you email the department chair. I mean, some programs, they have department chair, they have program director, they have a lot of chain of command. But then I decided to go directly to the department chair. So I just click on his email, and then I started having a conversation with him. I don't know if you want me to share, or let me highlight some of the things that I mentioned in my conversation with the professor.
Yes, you can highlight some of the things.
Okay. So what I did was that I first introduced myself. And then I told him that I am a first class student, and I had this GPA because I wanted him to know who I am, right? So I had this GPA, and then I had the ambition to pursue my let me say, if I'm using the PhD, pursue my PhD in their prestigious university. But upon scrolling through the internet, I just came across his email, and I decided to email him and blah blah blah. And then also I attached that I know that GRE is not strictly required, but I've not written the GRE. But then I possess all the abilities and the capabilities that I need for the program. And then I attached my transcript to it for his reference. That's what I did. So when I wrote to him in that way, and then I think 3 days time, he replied back that he has gone through my transcript, and then he has seen that I've done, because I made the email seem that I want to know if I'm qualified to apply. Sorry, I want to know if I qualify to apply. That is what I wrote the email like to uncover. So he said, "Oh, looking through my my transcripts, he could see that I've done most of the courses that they require calculus and algebra and other stuff. So I qualified to apply. So I should just apply." Then I replied that in that case, this is my situation. I am not from a rich home. So I don't have the required amount to pay for the application fee. And also the GRE too, I can't write it because I don't have money. So if, you can consider me on that. And he said, "Oh, that is not a problem. On this day, maybe 1st September to maybe 19th September or so, the school will open a window where students can apply for free. So during that period, I can just put in my application." So you see, because I emailed him, he gave me the information. I didn't know about it, but he gave me the information, and then I did it. So that is what happened.
It's an interesting one. So make this clear to us. So you mean that your first time of contacting the coordinator, you didn't ask for funding? Was that your case?
No, I didn't ask for funding.
Oh, okay.
I didn't ask for
So
funding. I didn't ask for funding.
What would you advise? How would you advise some of us that probably when we are sending code email, we are tempted to ask whether there is a scholarship opportunity for the program in question? How would you advise us based on your experience?
Yeah, you see, these people, what I've realized is that when I came here, they want you to, like, they want to know, right? They want to feel that you know the thing. And you are applying to a PhD program. You should read. On their websites, they have listed the funding and everything. So before you even made the email the professor, you've read about all these things. So you have to first visit the websites, read about their funding opportunities, because that is what they do over there. So we only read about it, and then when you're starting the email, you don't go straight to ask about funding, right? You first let them know that it's like you are introducing yourself to the person. Let the person know that you have interest in their program like this and you want to apply. Do you qualify to apply? And if you don't have money to pay for the GRE or whatever, then you just put it over there. That this is my situation. I'm from a poor background. I'm this. I don't have. Just be sincere. Just be sincere to them, and that is it. Yeah, that is it. So just go there and then introduce yourself. Don't go and ask about please, is there any funding in the department? So it might seem that you don't read. That is it.
Yeah.
It might seem that you don't read. So you have to go to the website, read, and get the information before you email the professor. Yeah,
to help our people navigate this whole process, and we've been doing it a lot of time, we want to make sure that you don't necessarily have to contact any of us if you want to work on this process. Once you hold a bachelor's degree, you know how to operate a phone, you can navigate a computer, you can do some of these things. It's not as if people who are able to study abroad are more special than you are. We just have the information and you don't. Now, let's try to navigate what you just said. So you mentioned that you went to the university's website and then you look for the professor. So I'm currently at Clark University, and you can follow along if you're watching us. So clarku.edu, that's the website. Or you can just Google Clark University, and then it will take you directly to the website. So we go to their menu, and then we go to the academics, and then we go to the degree programs. So under the degree programs, we know we are looking for a PhD. So we filter and then select the doctorate. So once you select doctorate, all the PhD programs they have will come. So we are directly looking for the economics program. So I click on it. Now, when I go to the website, how do I find the coordinator? There is undergraduate, graduate, research, careers and internship, and then people. Under people, you see faculty. Under the faculty, the HOD's email address, full name, and then their picture will be here. So you are the department. Who is currently the chair? The Zan, Professor Zan, right?
No, now he's on leave. So
okay.
Professor, I think Jacqueline or so. Yeah.
Okay,
Jacqueline,
so let's see. Okay, Jacqueline.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah,
so Professor Jacqueline is here, and then you go to their website. Her picture is here. Her email address is here. It's easy to know about the articles and stuff like that she's published and all that. And it's easy. You pick the email and then you send the email. Some people, when you write your email, somebody can review it for you. Send it to our inbox. Get in touch with somebody who can go through this email for you before you even send it. So it's not rocket science. It's not as difficult as people make it seem. Take your time, watch this video, watch how I just did it, and you can, replicate it for the other universities. Let's continue.
Okay. All right. So, having said all these things about the application, if you were to start the whole application process again, what are you going to do differently? We are not talking about visa process, your study. No, looking at you applying your first denials, the first set denials, and then the second time acceptance. Reflecting through, what would you do differently if you had to start it again?
Okay. I think what I would do is that I will first seek advice from people, mentors, those who have been there before I start the whole journey. Because if because of the first one that I did on my own and it didn't go through, and I had people for it, I was able to make it. I feel that is something that I would have first do before I will apply to the programs. Yeah, I think apart from that, everything's okay.
Oh, okay. So that's a nice advice from Clement. He's saying that he wouldn't try to do it on his own again. He would try as much as possible to seek for advice. So please, our dear first class students, we know someone been we are shako. But the truth of the matter is that when it comes to study abroad, you need the messiahs, you need the saviors. That's why the Freddy Fett is there for you. Kingsford Onyina is there for you. We have a lot of guys who are in the game already. So Charlie, put the first class aside and you make time to consult them. Now Clement is part of the gurus. So humble yourself small. Come to us and we will be ready to hold your hands to take you through the process. Clement, it be so.
It be so.
You want to ask something small? Advise your own first class student too, because sometimes it's sad.
Oh yeah.
Me, a lot of my friends are first class students, but they are still way back home. Or my tries I am you see.
Yeah. And then I think that it's, you see, this whole journey needs a lot of time and effort. Some people might think that, oh, let me do it. Let me just do it and see if it's gonna work out. No, just do it as if tomorrow you have to get it. That's the idea. And as you said, it's not a matter of getting a first class, because I know some people from our cohort who didn't get first class, but they are now studying abroad. And I have people who had first class and they are still back home. Yeah. So it's not about the class, it's about the work and the effort you put in and the people you consult before you do whatever you want to do. So if you really want to study abroad, then you need to really, really work hard and talk to people. Let people review your items, the SOP, your CV. Talk to people for them to tell you like about how the whole process goes. And I think if you do that, it's gonna help you push you to get whatever you want to do. Yeah.
Thank you so much for letting us know. So now let's talk more about the visa process. Small boy
Okay.
with bachelor's going straight to PhD. Did you feel
Yeah.
more tense when you were preparing for the visa interview?
Actually, it was really, really hard because we were hunting for dates. That is the major challenge I faced during that time. The date hunting was really, 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 hectic for us because we were staying all night, all day, always on your laptop, checking to see if a date will pop up, but it doesn't. So that was something that was really, really hectic for me during that time. And also in some other ways to finances. But I was very fortunate that I was able to get support from some of my professors or my lecturers back home. Shout out to Dr. Nicholas Issa for his support, and then Dr. Isaac Doku, and also my boss, Dr. Lassan Atakwesi. They are all lecturers and
So
professors of
so
education.
answer so answer it means that when you sent email to the professor in US that you are from a poor home, no, it means real pa you were from poor home, right? Was
Oh
that the
yeah,
case?
let me say this to motivate any other person who is thinking that it is the studying abroad is only for the rich people, those who have good background, right? No, I'm not from a rich home. I'm not from a rich home at all. I think I am the only first person who is in the US now for my entire generation. So now, yeah, we have nobody who is in the US. So you see, things like this will motivate you to do these kind of things, right? I challenge myself that no, why can't wake up one day and then pick a phone and say, oh, let me call my uncle at abroad, or tell a friend, I have this uncle abroad. I don't have anybody. So I have to be the stepping stone. I have to be the first person to be there. So that others will also, feel proud that they have somebody who is also okay. So yeah, I'm not from a ritual. I'm not from a ritual. That is it. That's all I can say.
So today you want to defile the idea that study abroad is for the rich, right? You want to tell them that no matter your financial background, you can still study abroad. All you need to do is just to challenge yourself. Yeah, I
Sure.
think this is very inspirational. Yeah, so please, if you are listening to us, we all say studying abroad is not always about money. Okay, somebody will say, I have to pay for visa fee, I have to pay for. Clement didn't have. He spoke to his professors back home in Ghana and they supported him. So Charlie, we said that there are so many ways of killing a cat. Oh. So enough of the excuse. If you are really serious about studying abroad, Charlie, seek for advice, and that is it. All you need is guidance. Clement, is that not it? I think
Yeah,
what
that is it.
what is
Because
paramount in this whole process is guidance.
yeah, it's guidance. Very, very important. Because even paying for my service fee, I didn't pay. I didn't pay for my service fee. All was catered for because I talked to people, right? And then people knew me. Because already we had some of Uniba students already, like Kingsford, as I mentioned, and then we have Gladys, we have Catherine, we have others, we have Christian. They're all here. So I just talked to them. Oh, I've gotten admission. Oh, this is my funding. So I need support. And my Dr. Nicholas Wesa, as I mentioned, that man has been very, very helpful in my life. because he was the one who contacted Kingsford and then the others that your boy has gotten admission, so you guys will have to do something. The service fee, you guys will have to pay it. So he told them to pay on my behalf. Yeah, Dr. Nicholas Issa, I will always mention this thing. He's the one who called them that this is happening, so you have to do it for him. And then they did.
So your sponsorship wasn't the one only on your I-20.
No.
So today you have opened my eyes to a lot of sponsorships that we can get aside the ones on our I-20.
Yeah. I mean, if you have people, and then also build.
All right. Thank you so much for being open to us.
You have to build.
This is all that this Study Abroad podcast is about. Yeah, this is all that the Study Abroad podcast is all about. We just want our audience to know what people have gone through, how they were able to navigate through the process. So please, don't be missing our podcast, and don't forget to share, because we are dealing with what it is. This is not what it will be. There you the economics people, you understand the normative and whatever.
And positive statement.
Positive. So is this all positive or normative? I think it's positive, right?
Yeah. Yeah, normative is
so we are telling you. Yes. So we are telling you what it is, right? So please don't be missing this our podcast. We've done almost 51 minutes, and we've had a good time with Clement. So please be posting your your questions in the comment box very soon, and we will switch our attention there to answer most of your questions. And if you want to join us and ask Clement questions, probably we will put the link in there for you to join as well. Thank you so much for being supportive always. So Clement, let's continue. What were some of the questions, if you can recall, the visa officer asked you, because you transitioned from bachelor's to PhD? I see it to be a huge task. So probably they want to see if you are really strong for this position. So kindly let us know what happened.
Yeah, I mean, the visa officer was even amazed when he saw my I-20. And then, so it was like, oh, so you're moving straight from bachelor's to PhD? And I was like, yes. And she said, oh, okay. So the question she asked me was about my research. So she asked me about, first of all, she asked, the normal routine, they'll ask you, what is your name? Why are you here? And that kind of normal one. But the main question that we had a little bit of conversation about it was about my research. So she asked me, what am I going to research about? Because PhD, we know that PhD students are going to do research. And the amazing thing was that, what I planned, that, when I get there, when they asked about my research, I'm going to say this. I didn't even say that. Right? What I got, when she asked me the question, any research topic came to mind. And I just, mentioned it. I think I mentioned something about agriculture, because I used my background. Because my father is a farmer, my mother is just a trader. So I used something agriculture to fit in there. And then she asked me, how am I going to do it? So I explained. I gave her everything about the objectives and whatever is going to, whatever I'm going to do and understand. Okay. So she was like, okay, that's cool. Who is funding your education? So I explained to her that I have full tuition. That was then. I have full tuition, and the remaining deficit will be catered for by my uncle. So she asked me, what work does my uncle do? And I told her that I lied, to be honest. I lied, because this kind of interview, sometimes you don't have to go there and then act as if you are the holy creature on this earth. No, you don't do that. So when I got there, I lied. I told her that, my uncle is an engineer in one of the good mines at Bogoso. because I've been to Lagos before. I've been to the Ghost Town mine, so I use the Ghost Town mine as an example. So I said, "Oh, he's an engineer over there," and then she asked me how much he earns, and then I mentioned it that he earns something like that in dollars, and he said, "Oh, okay, that's fine. So I'm keeping your passport, and then make sure you set your social media public. That is it." So I didn't spend enough time. I think it was just 2 minutes or 3 minutes conversation that we had. That's what happened.
Oh, okay. That's a nice conversation.
Yeah.
I don't think she would have. Was she a male or female?
Female. When I got there, when I was in the line, they were like, "Oh, this woman, right?" So I thought I was going to the first visa officer. She was a very I think young lady who was doing everything. So when the officer came, he said I should move to the other woman, and people were just complaining that, hey, this woman, she's this, she's that. But when I got there, when he said I should go, I just went there, and nothing happened. So sometimes it's not about putting fear in you. Just know the reason why you are there. You are there for the interview. Know what you want to do in the US. Know everything. Because I did one rehearsal with a particular group, and that was I did only once. And then when they asked me a question, I answered, and then they were like, somebody who is going for a PhD and you're answering a question like this, which means like even when they get there, it's not going to work out. So, in fact, when they told me that, I was really sad that night because I had only 2 days between. I had my interview date on 21st July or so, and then the interview was on 23rd or something, like just 2 days interval to prepare for my interview. So you see how stressful it could be. So they were just saying a lot of things. So I called Kingsford, and then I told him that I've gotten the date for the interview, and Kingsford called me around late night, around 1 to 2 a.m. in Ghana. So, and then he encouraged me that, oh, listen, nobody, do not fear, just go and then do your best. And I have my other colleagues also who have been there, and then they also encouraged me. And I went. So I didn't really do any rehearsal like practical. Some people will read scripts, they will write whatever they want to write, and then memorize everything. And they will point. When I went there was a guy who was speaking as if he's reading a script. And he was bounced. He was just like, it was just, oh, this is not even a pause. That is it. So my advice to anybody who is going for an interview is that please be brief. Don't talk too much. Don't talk too much.
Na part exams. Na part.
Na part. And I say I'm sorry. And one on the time see. So just be brief. Answer what you're supposed to answer. That is it. Don't talk too much.
But you also mentioned that getting an interview date was a bit challenging. Some people have their program starting as we speak. You were in that space where still navigating the portal and stuff like that. For people who are currently in the position you found yourself in a couple of months ago, what would you tell them? They are not getting it on the calendar. It's been stressful. What strategy worked for you psychologically? You have a full scholarship, and now what is stopping you from achieving this goal? It's just the interview. Meanwhile, you paid the visa application fee. But how was the feeling then? What should people do now?
The feeling was, as I said, it was really, really, really hectic. And then because you can't sleep, you are thinking, oh, the program start date is near, and you have to get a date. You have to go through it. You don't even know whether the interview you are going to pass or not. So it's really hard. You cannot sleep. You'll be thinking about it. But I heard about a certain guy called Ghost. Yeah. His real name, I think his name is Nash Obo or so. So he's the one I heard about, and then I contacted him. Even I did that in, I think, May. In May, because I had my admission in February. very early. And in May, I did that. Oh, he was like, there are a lot of people, so just wait, just wait. I waited until that July 29th. That is when I had a date. So I contacted him, and then he said there are a lot of people, so I should just hold on. He worked on it for me. And I was waiting until finally that particular day, he was able to get me the date. I think your microphone is on mute.
Yeah, so you've been to the embassy, you've been through the experience and of getting the visa and all that. So obviously everybody have their own story about the embassy and stuff like that. So based on your experience, and especially when you are in the queue, you hear other people being interviewed, you heard people being denied, you heard other people being approved, and you had your chance to go through. Why do you think people get denied at the embassy?
Yeah, and as I said, the first thing that what I realized was that people who talk plenty always chop bounce. What I realized was
the
that
interview is about talking. So what do you mean when you say people talk plenty?
I mean, talking doesn't mean that when you go there, recite. Interview is not like a poem that you can recite, just blah, 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 because no, we don't memorize those things, right? I mean, you have to study, learn some of the things that they can ask, some of the questions they can ask you. But when you get there, just be brief. That's the only advice I'll give to people. Be brief. Don't, because they'll be looking at you, and then when you're talking, they'll be looking at you. So when they get to sense that, oh, this guy, he's reading from a script. It's like he has memorized it and he's just speaking it out. He doesn't even know what he's going to do. Right? Because when they ask you a simple question, which program and why the US? And someone will start from US, blah, blah, blah. He will talk about his research and everything in just one question. No, we don't do that. Yeah. Because I remember the guy I said he chop bounce. The consular asked him one question, just one question. Why US? That is it. And the guy said everything from A to Z. No, don't do that. So just be brief. Just answer according to the question. That is it.
Do you think this process is luck? Getting a scholarship is luck, getting a visa is luck. Is it like, some people are blessed by God more than others? And I say, like, what do you think? Is this whole process, especially even the visa, is it luck?
Yeah, what I would say is that, I mean, we those who believe in God believe that God is there for us in everything that we do. So we can't put God aside. We always put God first in whatever we do. We believe in that. But I also believe in that aside God, you have to also put in the efforts. I mean, luck is there, right? If luck is there, because you can email a professor, and because maybe the person has heard about, or I had a friend who was this, because I know a guy who I think in Ghana, there was a white man in Ghana, not knowing that the man was a professor. They met at a mall, and then he mentioned a name. Meanwhile, that man knew someone in the US who bear the same name as the guy. So the white man asked the guy, do you know this man? And the guy lied. He said, yes, I know him. Meanwhile, he didn't know him from anywhere. He said, yes, that was it. And the man helped him to get a scholarship to abroad. You see?
I see.
So sometimes luck do happens, but the hard work also counts. Hard work also counts, and the way you do your things also counts. That is it. Yeah, that's what I can say about that.
Has it been worth it? The whole process is a little bit stressful. Working on the application, following for recommenders, the funds to support the process, getting interview dates and stuff like that. Even the interview. Did you sleep a day before your interview?
I couldn't sleep, to be honest. I couldn't sleep because I didn't know what is ahead of me. I was like, but there was one man, and I thank him so much for the inspiration he gave me. He's also a doctor in my former university, Winneba, Dr. Beku. He went for a fellowship at the UC Berkeley. So he told me that, oh, Clement, when I went there, although I know I was like fully funded, but the way people were talking, I didn't see the stress like that. So don't worry yourself. Just go and do what you can. That's what he told me. So when I was going, I was having his advice in my head. He said it's not stressful. So sometimes, I mean, you need encouragement from people too, as well. So you need encouragement from people to also, I mean, find your way out through this. Yeah.
Did you mention you were a TA back in Winnipeg?
Yes, please.
Look, there are some of your students watching you at the moment. Somebody just started from level 100, another person level 200. Somebody's about to graduate. National service personnel listening. They know you. They want to also work on this process. At that stage where they are, level 300, level 200, what should they do?
Okay, so what I would say is that now, one, what they have to do now is to put in much effort in the academics. Because without your transcript, without getting a good GPA, whether it is lower or upper or whatever, you need the academics first.
Right.
So now you've heard that there is this study about journey, and now basically we have even mentioned some of the ways and the things that you can go through. Mr. Fred has, I mean, go through some of the schools and how to locate professors and other stuff. So now you are privy to this information. So the question you have to ask yourself is, what can I do with this information? What can I do? So if you are in year one and maybe you are watching me right now, you have, let's say, 4 years to complete the university.
Right.
So it means that you have to have a 4-year plan. So first of all, what you need to do is to put in much effort in your academics, because you know that definitely they might need a class. So study hard.
Yeah.
From year 1, year 2, year 3. So year 4, when most schools will allow you to do your national service, right? So when you are at your national service stage, then you start writing to professors. I know a friend, Peter Jackson. Now he's going to read his PhD in the University of, I think, Georgia State University also, right now. He was my mate. Back then, he was a second upper student. And then what he did was that he emailed professors when we were having our internship. Because in Winnipeg, when you get to year 3, you have to do a compulsory internship before you enter into year 4. So during the internship, he emailed professors at the University of Wyoming, talked to them. So they accepted him even before he completed the program. So when he completed the 4 years, I mean the bachelor's degree, he just went straight to Wyoming to continue his education over there. So you see, he started early. Right? And then he was able to get it. So you can also do the same. You can also follow the same channel. Start emailing professors. Start searching for schools very early, so that when it's time for you to write, then you just put in the applications.
Okay, so the state in which you are is called Master Jesus, Massachusetts, right? And only one state, one out of more than 50 states, they have more than 100 universities and colleges. So even if somebody decides to target Massachusetts alone, they can get a lot of universities to apply to. And we are going to go over some of them. This is purely for educational purposes. The reason why we bring up this podcast is to open the eyes of our people to how this process is done, and to know that there are, opportunities. Mostly if you're in Bolivambo, you go universities in the US, you're going to see the bigger ones, which even sometimes your transcript do not qualify you to apply to. So Massachusetts is obviously home to, Harvard University. There is the University of Massachusetts Amherst, and then there is Massachusetts Boston, Boston, that's University of Massachusetts Boston. I don't want to mess up the name of the pronunciation of Massachusetts. So University of Massachusetts Lowell. So University of Massachusetts system has Amherst, Boston, Dartmouth, Lowell, and then there is the Chance Medical School. Then there's Bridgewater State University. There's also Pittsburgh State University, Framingham State University, Massachusetts College of Art and Design. There is Salem State University, Westfield State University, Worcester State University. Is Worcester State University in Worcester?
Yeah, it's here.
Oh, okay.
A very, very big school. Yeah, very big.
Yeah. Recently, I visited Anna Maria College, but recently Anna Maria is being closed down.
Oh, yeah. Anna Maria.
Yeah, there is
they're off.
Assumption University is in Worcester, right?
Worcester, yeah.
Yeah, Assumption is in Worcester. There's Boston College, there's Bay Path University, Bentley University, Boston College, Boston University. So there's Boston College, there's Boston University, Brandeis University, there's Cambridge College, there's Clark University, which we just spoke about, College of the Holy Cross, there's Curry College, there's Elms College, Emerson. There's a lot of universities and colleges in just the state of Massachusetts. So there are a lot of universities you can check out and apply to. What was difficult for you to get used to? I know Worcester is very cold. Was it the weather, the accent, the food? Worcester is predominantly Ghanaian, so you get African market, African food. Shout out to Anochi Krum. What was difficult for you to get used to?
I mean, as you rightly said, basically Worcester is like second Ghana, I would say, because it houses a lot of Ghanaians. You have a lot. Wherever you go, you meet Ghanaians. Mm-hmm. Wherever you go, you meet Ghanaians. So, I mean, once I mean, the person who came to pick me from the airport was a Ghanaian, and then he introduced me to my church, which is Church of Pentecost.
Right.
And then I met a lot of Ghanaians. I mean, so it's like since then, when I went to campus, we have Ghanaians who are working on campus, mm-hmm. and who are also from your church. So they will ask you to come to them. We have a lot of Ghanaians holding high offices here. Oh, so basically, you feel like you are in Ghana. So if you have any problem, any challenge, you can just go to them, and then they will just walk you through what you're supposed to do in order to get over it. So, I mean, the basic challenge was that in class, when you come like this, your accent is like the Ghanaian accent, mm-hmm. right? So in class, when you are asking questions, the professors will find it difficult to hear you.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to, slang it a little bit for them to really
but throughout the conversation, your American accent has not popped up yet. And I am American for you.
No. I don't want to. Because
the American accent to tell people to subscribe to this channel. Yamba American accent in Clever.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I think Ben should start first, so he's supposed to start because he uses the UK accent. So yeah, so I want him to start with the UK accent first before I think in the American accent.
But your microphone is muted. Clement wants you to use the UK accent to tell us to subscribe to the Freddy Fair YouTube channel.
Oh, Nana. Oh, if you hear the way me and you they speak, now me I be typical. Me I don't want change. They go. I'm rather teaching them the Ghanaian accent too. Me you go hear me by force.
So Ben is not going with the UK accent. So Clement, let's go.
Oh no, Fred, I'm not ready for UK accent.
Yeah. Our the way we speak our English is not. There's no difference much, but the only problem is the slang.
Yeah.
Right. From like that kind of style. So even if I ask the professor a question that is straightforward, he will act as if he doesn't understand your question because we didn't slang.
So sometimes people think that Mine Clement and then I'm American or the point is when you don't try to speak like that, they find it difficult to understand you, and so they will keep on saying like what do you say? So it's annoying when they keep on asking you to repeat yourself, right? So then but almost say man to accent no quicker than man.
Oh yeah, of course. That's true. Ladies always want to reflect.
Yeah.
Also, they already have that kind of things with them. One person be piano more attached to it. So even if she doesn't know how to say it, guys, we just try to say it, and then sometimes so the boys say the.
Even people have the locally applied foreign accent. If we can American accent, but we too quiet with that.
Because maybe they're just trying to make rehearsals before they want to travel.
You know for Nana,
You know, back then, when I was about coming, I was speaking with
you
my
know.
ex-girlfriend, and like I wanted to. I mean, we were just speaking on the phone, like, oh, babe, how are you going to? When I get there, how are you going to talk? I was just
Mm.
lying. You know, just I was like, oh, but when I got there, my brother, because wherever you go, you meet Ghanaians. I've been speaking
Yeah.
to wherever I go. So I mean, well, we are trying to adjust because probably because this semester like this, I'll be taking some courses. I'll be teaching
Mm-hmm.
some courses, and then basically I don't have any black person in my class, so
Yeah.
I'll have to try and then slang a little bit. But I'll try my best. Where I can, I'll do it. What I can't, I will not force myself. That is,
But let's pick
I'll
some
write on the board
comments.
for them to use.
Yeah, Clement, we are going to pick up some questions. It's been an
Okay.
interesting conversation. But before that, remember that if you need help with your study abroad process, recently we imagine, Clement, there were like approximately 33,000 trained teachers who were not posted recently. I think over something people applied and then they picked few people and 33,000 people were not picked, even though they are trained teachers. So some of them are from Winneba training colleges and stuff like that. It's interesting. And so if you have an education qualification, whether junior high school, senior high school, whatever, send us your transcript on any of our social media platforms, preferably Facebook or Instagram. Our team will let you know if we can help you with your transcript to secure admission in a scholarship. Also, if you have a nursing training qualification, whether it's a 2-year certificate, 3-year diploma, or a 4-year bachelor's degree in midwifery or nursing, send us your documents on our social media platforms as well. We help with people. We help people to apply for to work on the applications. So there's a mentorship program. If you have a high school qualification, we work on your applications for free. So just send us a message on any of our social media platforms. We'll be happy to assist you. So whether you're looking for PhD or masters, talk to our team. Send us a message on any of our social media. It could be TikTok, it could be Facebook, it could be Instagram, anything. If you need help paying any of your study abroad related, make any of your study abroad related payments, talk to us. We'll be able to assist you. Right now, when I was in Bolivia, where I had to travel all the way to Techima for a GT Bank to pay my visa application fee, now you can pay it online. If it's a weekend like this and you can't go to the bank, send us a message. We'll assist you with a payment. You won't need help paying your service fee, message us on any of our social media platforms. We'll be able to assist you. We also have a mock interview platform that we've been using to assist people for close to 10 years now. We've been doing this for close to 10 years, more than half a decade. So that's a lot of time too. So that's why our platforms are the biggest when it comes to the study abroad journey. On YouTube, we are more than 180,000. On Facebook, we are almost 185,000. And then on X, over 50,000. On Instagram, over 33,000. And then on TikTok, we are more than 215,000 family members on TikTok. So it's been years of work and insightful ideas and information about study abroad process that has built this platform with the confidence people have instilled on our platform. We've been able to grow up to that extent. So be part of the family. If you're not, just click on the follow button, click on the subscribe button, and then be part of the family. Then let's pick up some comments and then we can wrap up today.
All right. So this one is from Raymond. He wants to know, I am currently a doctor doing my housemanship. I have been learning to study MPH in US. Please, can you help me at least the skeleton of where I can find info on MPH and getting funding? Clement, you wanna touch on this?
Yeah, I think I have to say something about this. Yes, there are a lot of platforms that have already sorted schools out that you can, put in your area of concentration, and then it will give you a lot of schools. Some platform like Common App. The Common App, we have they have something like Webometrics or so. Is it Webometrics or something like that? There are a lot of platforms, but basically you can look at Common App. I think that is the most common thing that people always know about it. And those who want to study economics, you can use something we call Inomics. think inomics too. That one too is also a platform that gives you information on economic programs across the world. Yeah, so there are a lot of platforms that you can go there. I mean, once you go there, you sign in with them. They have filters. The filters, they can show you your area of specialization. So if you want to study MPH, when you put it there, it will give you a lot of schools. Now you can, I mean, go through and then check if they match with your, let me say, how do I put it? If they match your abilities. For example, maybe what you have, because some of the schools will tell you, we want first class student, we want second upper, we want this GPA, we want that. So you have to check and see if you fit into that criteria. Then you move ahead to start emailing professors. Then we can take it from there. And then I think
All right,
after
interesting.
this one, I will try and then share a link with Mr. Fred so that you post on his other platforms. There's a link. I think that sorts US schools out with your area. So whatever area that you have, when you put it there, it gives you all the schools in the US, the state and everything. Then you can just go through from there. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. This one is from Maria. She says she wants to know if it was the same school you applied that you were denied for the first time was the same school you applied for the second time.
Ideally for the first time, I think for Clark, I applied it for the second time, but for the first time, I didn't apply to Clark. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the second time,
right.
For NIU, Northern Illinois University, for them, they gave me a rolling admission, so I didn't have to apply again. Okay, but for the Michigan, I didn't apply as my second. I think it's my second time I applied to Clark, and then I was waiting on the rolling admission. So I applied to only 2 schools.
Okay. I'm sure maybe perhaps she has gotten her first denial, so she wants to be sure whether to apply again or not. That's what I'm thinking. Maria, it might not be yeah, don't give up. So this one, Francis Adri. So Francis want you to know that he's joining you live. He says you were once the school father also.
Yeah,
university
I know
son. But do you have university school son as well?
Yeah, you see, sometimes when people look at the way you are doing things, they want to, follow your steps, right? So they see you as a father, right? And then you also see them as a son. So you just have to, adjust to that. And guys will be good. So that is it.
Yeah. So, Kofi, Clement, from the comment, I could see that a lot of people want to reach you. It's like, who could do US, what forget to Ghana number, no, so they can't get in touch with you. So if they want to reach you, how are they to do so? Because most of the comment is like, if they've lost your number, they are not reaching you.
Yeah. So most people who want to, when you get here, you have to, because you want to fit into the system, you might want to change your number, right? And once you change it, it's just some few people who will get to know about it, because you can't tell everybody that I've changed my number. So this is where you have to search. You can go to LinkedIn, I'm there. You can go to Facebook, I'm there. You can go to Instagram, you can message me. Hey, Prof.
So what name can they use?
LinkedIn, Clement Answer. I'm there. I think Instagram, Prof. Clems. You see me there, and then Facebook, Clement
So
Answer.
take your time. So LinkedIn is Clement Answer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then IG.
IG, Prof. Clems.
Okay. Prof. Clems.
Yeah.
CLEMS.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Are you on Facebook, TikTok?
Yeah,
these are the 2
Facebook
handles.
Clement Answer. Facebook Clement Answer. I don't do TikTok, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that's nice. So please, those who are willing to reach out to Clement, I've put his handles in the comment box. So Facebook, LinkedIn is Clement Tansa, and then IG Prof Clems. All right.
Sure.
Thank you so much for sharing with us. Let's see this question from Emmanuel. Please, since most PhD programs are research-based, did you have to publish any paper to support your application? Also, what stood out for you in your application? GPA, recommendation, work experience? That's a very good question, right?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Yeah. So I didn't have any paper published when I applied to the schools. And that is one thing that people
No
also have in mind,
publication.
that no, I didn't have any paper published then. So I mean, that's what people mostly have. Oh, PhD, you have to get you have to publish papers before you can get there. Doesn't matter, right? All that you have to do is that follow the structure, because they know that you are a student. PhD students are groomed to become researchers. So even if you don't have a paper, they will groom you to write papers. That is it. So you don't necessarily need to get a paper, because sometimes some schools will require you to, for example, MIT will require you to write about a writing sample. He'll ask you about 2 or 3 papers that maybe, yeah. So that is what you are going through undergraduate, and then you have to do a research at the end of the program. So the research you did way back in the undergrad, you can tell them that this is the research I did, and this is what I did. That is it. So it is not necessarily to publish any paper before you can get into a PhD program. It doesn't matter. There are people who have published papers and they are still back home. They got denied. They didn't get funded. So it doesn't matter. Okay. And then about the question of what stood out for you in your application. For me, when we came in my class, we are, people don't like economics. So in my class, we are only 4. We are only 4 in my class. And then 2 Chinese, and then 1 Nigerian brother, and myself, Ghanaian. So the Chinese people asked the professor, why we? And the professor said that because your all your application materials, they were in accordance with what we were expecting, right? So the question is, what was in my application, or what did I do, or what were my application materials, and what did I write over there? That's the question. Okay, so it depends on, how you structure your SOP, and then as I said, it is first of all, it is my transcript that led me to have a conversation with the professor, because he was interested in my transcripts, right? Yeah, so the GPA also matters sometimes. It also matters, not all time, but it really matters. Yeah, it really matters. And I think so. That is that. I'm not talking much
All right,
more.
thank you so much. So since you mentioned SOP, I think it would be very prudent to address this one. So this one is from Karim. He wants to know, please, how different is your second SOP from the first one?
Okay, so with my first SOP, I think I lacked some things. One, the structure, and then 2, there are some things that I need not to put over there, and all these things I got to know it because I talked to Joseph Amwa, and he explained all these things to me, right? So the first one, what I was lacking was the structure, and then some of the things that I wasn't supposed to put there was there. I was talking plenty, neglecting the main focus. Okay, I don't know. We are not talking much about SOP, but SOP has a structure that you need to follow. If you deviate from it, it makes it a normal paper, right? So I was lacking some of these things, and then Mr. Joseph just pointed out, no, this one is supposed to be here. He guided me and other stuff. But for the PhD, the PhD SOP is different from the masters. PhD SOP, they expect you to outline some kind of research that you want to do. And what you have to do is that you need to read align your research to the entire university goal. You know, Clark University is basically about environment. That is why their geography program is one of the biggest program in US. It's basically about environment, climate, and other stuff, right? So in my second SOP, I decided to write the SOP in a way that it will feature in environmental economics. So I started writing about my research work. I put in my research objectives and all those things inside the SOP, right? So, but the first one, I didn't do something like that because it was a master's program. I didn't do that. So PhD SOP is different from master's SOP. That's what you should know. Yeah, thank you.
Ben, your microphone is muted. Yeah, but Ben, your microphone is muted. So I think we need to wrap up.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking your time.
Yeah, we need to wrap up. It's been like almost 2 hours. We have done 1 hour 30 minutes. We have to let Clement go. So we'll be wrapping up. If you have more questions, send it to us on our various social media platforms and we'll respond to them. All right, it's been a great session. Clement, thank you. Any final words, then we can wrap up.
Yeah, what I would say is that, okay.
Go ahead, Clement.
Ben, you go first. Oh, okay. So what I would say is that study abroad is there for everyone, irrespective of who you are. Whether you hold, you have a second, how do they call it? You have first class, second class upper, second lower, or whatever. You can still study abroad.
Yeah.
All that you need is to spend time, read, research, contact people, follow videos, look at how things, have been moving on for some time. That is what will help you to get there. And then there are a lot of people, you know, when I go to the interview center, I was like, hey, so all these people are going to the US. It means that the thing is there. People are doing it, so you can also do it. So don't have any kind of fear in you. Just put in the efforts, and it will worth it one day. Because I didn't have any hope. Or the hope I had was that let me try my best, and then by God's grace, we have been able to get here. So it's possible for everyone. If I've been able to get it, it's possible for everyone too. And one thing, don't forget about your undergraduate academics. It's very, very important. You need to study very, very hard. Those who know me, know me. Those who know me, know me. And they know how I was doing back then in school, holding positions, and then we were still studying all night and other stuff. You need to put in the work, put in much effort because you want to study abroad. Okay, don't have a mindset of, oh, because they are saying that second lower, third class can even apply, so let me just go through and then get lower. No.
Yeah.
Because yeah, if you study hard and you're able to, some people will say, oh, first class by saying cash. Who told you that? It's matters, please. Oh, someone had first class in his home. I have second class and there's no. Please, it matters. So please, just put in your effort, study hard. If you're able to get the first class, get it. If you get second upper, that is fine. Second lower is okay, but don't relax. And then I think everything will be okay. So we are there. Anytime you want to reach out to us, if you have any question, if you have any something is bothering you and want to talk about, we are there. And just use our number and we'll have a conversation. Thank you.
It's been a great session. Thank you so much, Clement, for coming on. So if you're just tuning in, you can rewatch the entire episode with Clement. It will be live on all our social media platforms as well. Thank you so much for spending your time with us, Clement.
Yeah, and then one more one final words that I want to say. I want to show appreciation to some people who helped me throughout this journey. Yeah. And then I will start from the first person will be Mr. Kinsfordonina, and then the second person is going to be Mr. Joseph Bello, Dr. Nicholas Issa, my father, and then Dr. Isaac Doku, and then Dr. Al Hassan Atakwesin, and then I mean, what is his name? Dr. Abam. Also, he was the HOD then. He also
Yeah.
gave me a good recommendation. Yeah, he really helped me. So I want to say shout out to all of you, and then God bless you for all the things that you've done for me, and I'm really grateful for that.
Gratitude is super important. Thank you so much, Clement, for coming in. All right, it's been a great session, and we're wrapping up. Ben, any final words, then we can call it a day today. Unfortunate, Ben's background is a little bit noisy today, so let's wrap up. It's been a great conversation. Thank you for coming in. As you can see, it's a new studio, new location, and stuff like that. It's been a great session. We come here with this and every weekend with a Study Abroad podcast. If we don't only give you information, if you need help, we are happy to support you. Remember, we have collaborations with Argo Visa. Argo Visa is a team of ex-visa officers. And so if you are preparing for a visa interview, it will be important to set up a meeting to talk to an ex-visa officer to build your confidence, to help you prepare, refine your story before you go for visa interview, and also review your DS-160, DS-260 as well. If you need help, send us a message on any of our social media platforms. I'm actually planning a live session with teacher Nazir. He has been through the teaching the US process to be a teacher in the US. So we are going to collaborate to work on a content for specifically targeted at the teachers who intends to study abroad. If you're a trained teacher, you were not posted, there's an opportunity for you to teach in the US, and there's also opportunity for you to secure a full scholarship to study in the US. So whatever educational qualification you have, there is an opportunity for you. So we are planning to come your way with that session. Follow us on our TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube as the Fred Effect. Our account is verified. Remember that some individuals sometimes download our videos and put an email and a phone number on, asking people to pay them money and stuff like that. Be careful. The only way to get in touch with the Fred Effect team is when you send us a message on our verified social media platforms. So on Instagram is verified, on Facebook is a verified account, on X is also a verified account. Even our YouTube platform is verified. So just be careful not to fall prey to some individuals out there. It's been a great session. The name has been the Fred Effect. My co-host was Ben. He's in the UK. Our guest was Clement Ansan, currently a PhD student at Clark University in Worcester, Massachusetts. It's been a great session. Please be positive and understand that everything will be fine. Talk to you next week.